After Donald Trump sent out a message regarding the existential threats that Christians face in Nigeria, Nicki Minaj actually tweeted at Donald Trump because someone actually quoted that tweet and posted it on Twitter. Let's first of all read what Donald Trump said, because of course you know he uses Truth Social. Many persons quoted his Truth Social handle and posted it on Twitter. And then Nicki Minaj went ahead to react to that particular tweet. Now, let's hear what Donald Trump said. Donald Trump says Christianity is facing an existential threat in Nigeria. Thousands of Christians are being killed. Radical Islamists are responsible for this mass slaughter. I am hereby making Nigeria a country of particular concern, but that is the least of it. When Christians or any such group is slaughtered, like it's happening in Nigeria, 3,100 versus 4,476 worldwide, something must be done. I am asking Congressman Riley Moore, together with Chairman Tom Cole, and House Appropriations Committee to immediately look into this matter and report back to me. The United States cannot stand by while such atrocities are happening in Nigeria, and numerous other countries will stand ready, willing, and able to save our great Christian population around the world. Donald J. Trump, President of the United States of America. So Nicki Minaj came in and, of course, quoted the tweet and said, reading this made me feel so deep, a deep sense of gratitude. We live in a country where we can freely worship God. No group should ever be persecuted for practicing their religion. We don't have to share the same beliefs in order for us to respect each other. Numerous countries all around the world are being affected by this horror, and it's dangerous to pretend we don't notice. Thank you to the president and his team for taking this seriously. God bless every persecuted Christian. Let's remember to lift them up in prayer. And a lot of persons didn't really find out very funny, given that she lent her voice to what Donald Trump said. Look at what they were saying. One cow says, if you care about the truth, data and statistics, if you care about the truth, data and statistics, you would know this is a fat lie. There is no ethnic or religious group that is being persecuted in Nigeria. What we have are Boko Haram terrorists, and they don't discriminate. In fact, they attack and kill more Muslims while praying at mosques than any other faith in the country. Here are links to some of their attacks at mosques. He posted one BBC News, I think two of them. He also continued by saying, moreover, the claim that there is a Christian genocide in Nigeria has been repeatedly dispelled by Christians Association of Nigeria, CAN, and posted a Guardian report. Nigerians, irrespective of religious coloration, are the victims of Boko Haram terrorists. Over 70% of their victims are Muslim communities, those practicing the same religion the extremist group claim to propagate. These are the terrorist group your country, the United States of America, have been funding over the years. The attached video in this comment was the confession from U.S. Rep on the floor of your House of Assembly before the world. That is why any time the terrorists are arrested, they are caught with dollars and sophisticated weapons out of their reach. So basically, let me play back for you the video that he actually advanced. We he used to advance his thoughts. So here we go.
Americans in Afghanistan over the course of our term there in the war, spending over $2 trillion. We're just going to keep on spending because somehow we think it's going to get better. And if you're wondering who's in charge of Afghanistan getting the money, and that money I just mentioned, the 697 million is on top of, and is in addition to the weekly to every 10-day shipments in cash of 40 to 80 million dollars. Afghanistan is ruled by folks named Sarayuddin Haqqani. The Haqqani network mean anything to anybody in the room? How about Abdullah bin Laden? Who gets some of that money? Does that name ring a bell to anybody in the room? Because your money, $697 million annually, plus the shipments of cash funds madrasas, ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Boko Haram, ISIS Khorasan, terrorist training camps. That's what it's funding. If you think that the program under Operation Enduring Sentinel, entitled Women's Scholarship Endowment, which receives $60 million annually, or the Young Women Lead, which gets about $5 million annually, is going to women who, by the way, if you read the Inspector General's report, is telling you that the Taliban does not allow women to speak in public. Yet somehow you're believing, and American people are supposed to believe, that this money is going for the betterment of the women in Afghanistan. It is not. You are funding terrorism, and it's coming through USAID. And it's not just Afghanistan, because Pakistan's right next door. USAID spent $840 million in the last 20 years on Pakistan's education-related program. It includes $136 million to build 120 schools, of which there is zero evidence that any of them were built. Why would there be any evidence? The Inspector General can't get in to see them. But you know what? We doubled down and spent $20 million from USAID to create educational television programs for children unable to. Yeah, they can't attend it because it doesn't exist. You paid for it. Somebody else got the money. You are paying for terrorism. This has got to end. I yield, Mr. Chairman.
Wow.
Thank you, Mr. Perry. In addition, we don't even have an embassy in Afghanistan. Chair now recognizes the representative from California, Mr. Barra.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I want to start off by, I know a lot of USAID workers, former workers, alumni are watching this hearing. I want to thank them for their work. They're patriotic Americans. They're out there.
Okay, there you go. That's a startling revelation. I know when that broke, it was a huge, huge issue, basically. When Joseph says, sit this one out, please. You have no idea about the intricacies of Nigerian national politics. In Nigeria, we have families where one parent is Christian and the other Muslim. So stay out of our national politics, because when Nigerians are caught up in the endless killings, you are safe in your own space. Nicki Minaj, focus on Sudan, Cameroon, Tanzania, Uganda, and other African countries that have lifelong presidents who subject the majority of their people to abject poverty. Nigeria needs weapons to fight insurgents, and this move will hurt Nigeria's fight against these terrorists, because the US government will not sell weapons to us. This happened in 2014 to 2015. Bring back our girls. Did you know most of these girls were never recovered alive? Kind of disappointed with this post, but everyone is entitled to their opinion. You could fund a couple of schools in Nigeria effortlessly, but somehow that doesn't cross your mind. This particular message has gathered more than 414,000 views on X, and it's crazy, and people are going berserk on that platform. Honorable Aisha Abdul Kadir Yusuf says, Nicki Minaj, I don't think you are a Christian. You are not in Nigeria, so you don't base your opinions on what you know nothing about. Make sure you are not biased when you claim to stand for justice. I'm not talking because I'm Muslim, but I'm talking because I'm a proud Nigerian. Okay, and somebody posted just beneath that that has gotten over 607,000 views, and it's crazy. This one, it says, heartbreaking Christian pastor in Nigeria begs the West to help Christians who are being slaughtered by Muslim Islamists. Okay, let's hear them out.
Only God in heaven can stand for us. Please, I'm begging you, United Nations, your silence is getting worse. Yesterday, one of my colleagues, Reverend, was slaughtered with his wife and his children. And I'm right here, look at women. Immediately they were communicating after the Fulani husband have really burning down 2 villages. Then the soldiers came in, trying to cause confusion. And who are these army men that are using machine, motorcycle. They get the shoots. God will stand for us. He has nobody. Everybody, we are now ready to do the last prayer. Since Islamic agenda is taking over the nations, now live at the police station in Barkiladi. Look at those at the IDPs. We have nobody to stand, and we are the survivor. Now more IDPs are being added. Where did they want it to go? They have already signed our land, has been relocated to them. They have signed our villages, have been relocated to Fulani husband, and nobody is talking. Even my colleagues, reverends, are keeping quiet. Women are dying every day. Men are dying. What do you want us to do? Please, please, I'm begging you, congressmen of London, please, stand for the helpless. They have nobody. Burutai, I know you are a friend of mine in Facebook.
My goodness. Sounds, it's painful, really. Though that's an old video and happened under Buhari regime, because Buratai was actually under the Buratai he mentioned is the chief of army staff under Buhari's regime, and this actually went on and on under Buhari's regime. It was really intense, really intense. Guys, I'm even lost track of what I was saying. I mean, it's touching, it's telling, and I think